I was born on November 3rd, 1900, in the small town of Herzogenaurach, Germany. My mother ran her own laundry service, where my older brothers and sister would help when we could. We became known as the town's laundry boys. But that never bothered me, because I was always distracted by my father's work. A few years earlier, he had to close his family's textile business, and was forced to work in a local factory as a shoe cobbler. It was difficult to see his family business gone, but if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't have created one of the most recognizable brands in the world. Since I can remember, I've always had a strong love for sports, and it was something I was great at. Not just one or two sports either. Track and field, skiing, soccer, football, boxing. I loved everything about every sport, but I was always bothered by the same thing in every sport: the shoes. Keep in mind, this was 1918, and back then, shoes were just shoes. To me, it seemed wrong using the same shoe for sprinting and soccer, as each sport was different. So, I set out to revolutionize the sports world by creating professional, specialized sports shoes that would improve performance. Unfortunately, my visions were halted when World War I broke out, and I was drafted into the war. I wasn't even 18 yet when I got drafted. It was something that changed how I would live the rest of my life, and promised myself to never waste another minute on something I didn't fully believe in. So, the moment I got back, I converted my mother's washroom into a shoe workshop. And along with my close friend, we built our own machinery from a bicycle. Since Germany was in an economic depression, it was one of the most difficult times in my life, not knowing if what I was doing was right, whether I'd succeed, or if my ideas would work or amount to anything. But this is what I believed in, and it was what I was meant to do. One of our first shoes would be used for track. I experimented with many different types of materials ranging from kangaroo leather to shark skin. But in the end, I settled on cowhide and attached nails that we hand-filed down into spikes to the bottom of the shoe. When I showed people, many thought it was funny or a fluke, claiming it didn't work. I ignored their words, believing in the product, and continued my work. Fortunately, my older brother saw the potential and joined me, as he was skilled in business and marketing. We created the Dassler Brothers Sport Shoe Factory. In 1936, at the German Olympic Games, my brother and I saw the perfect opportunity to show the world that our shoes were what athletes needed. We would equip athletes from all around the world with our shoes to be seen on the world stage. Showing our shoes worked. Many of our athletes would go on to win their events and positively praising our footwear. Our shoes reached the world stage when American Jesse Owens won 4 gold medals in track with our spiked shoes. The entire sporting world had never seen such shoes before, and orders began to